Big Talk.
We're back!
Yay! It's been a while, but we're back. Today on Big Talk, we are going to be talking about our hopes and dreams for video games of the future.
Whoa.
The future. Whoa. Megan, why don't you start us off?
Like, start over?
No, you start.
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, when Watson and I were talking about it, I said virtual reality, but I think that would come with a lot more problems than I'm ready to deal with, like running around your house, running into walls because you really can't see where you're going.
Oh,
But what if you could use a controller? Have you seen the Oculus Rift?
Mm-hmm.
See? That's the start. But
I guess we're one step closer with things like the Kinect, where like all you have to do is like hold out your arm and you walk forward.
That's true.
Something like that could work, but yeah, I think that sort of technological advancement would be pretty sweet.
You know what I think, though? I think we just skip the controller altogether and just do it with our minds.
That'd be cool.
The Matrix, anyone? Woman in the red dress. Red dress.
Yeah, we gotcha. You just want to procreate with gaming programs, is what you're saying.
I didn't say in those terms specifically.
Gross.
Go for it,
Didn't
Watson.
you miss us?
Well,
I would really like some sweet
Beards.
There's
Done.
one. I'm getting there. I would really like I love all your ideas as well. But I would really like some sweet role play. Some epic.
Beards.
Okay. I would like some cool role playing stuff, like actually maybe speaking, and hopefully they'll come up with this. I know the Kinect can do it, and I know we have the technology to do it, so I think this is going to happen sooner than later. But I would just love to be like, hey, Dark Elf. I don't really play, Skyrim's the biggest I've ever gotten in role playing games, but or like Knights of the Old Republic or something where you're just like,
That's all you
hey, dude, what are you doing? And it's like, hi, Master, blah, 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 I'm here to serve you. It's a droid. It's like C-3PO. Supposedly they had with Milo or whatever, but never actually happened. I would love to just talk and have something talk back to me and have some kind of interaction, because I love Siri, and I would love something like that, but a lot more.
You love Siri?
I love Siri. I just got Siri.
Oh, okay.
So that's why...
Good luck with that.
you're in the honeymoon phase of Siri.
Let's go.
Hey, what kind of phone is that?
5S. Bling bling. I want to tie it to a chain. Anyways.
I'm going to go where you talked about interacting with characters vocally. I'm going to talk about how I would be more interested in interacting with the world. Because you know how it is when you play a video game and you like run into this box and you're like, I can squeeze past that. I can kick that over. But no, you can't get past the box.
Can't. That always bugs me when I'm like, yeah, I can I need to get up there, so I'll just jump on top of these things to get there, and you can't. And you have to run all the way around and go do that whole thing, and I don't like that.
Indestructible environments. Although they're getting better. Yeah, they're getting better at it for sure. But and those are some very small, picky things. Like when we say the future, I know
that's the near future.
But that's just what, and I think that's what us gamers, if you walk to someone on the street, like, what do you want to see video games in the future? Everyone's just like, well, I want to do all this crazy stuff, but really, we just want to pick up things and we just want to
Halo 5.
to things. We want to go everywhere, but I think we're getting pretty close. Grand Theft Auto just blew my mind. Like, I thought it was going to be cool. Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be cool, but, it is so cool. But it turned out to be cooler, but not in the way I thought. The story was great. But honestly, the coolest part is just trying all the things that you couldn't in video games. Like, people make videos called Mythbusters GTA, where they're like, you can't light a fire with your ignition pipe when you can, and you can't do there's so many little tiny details that they put. I would love to see just such cool details. That's what I think makes an awesome game. It's sad because sometimes details just get looked over, but if you ever play with me GTA, you'll see me just walking down the alleyway looking at all the cool graffiti, and I'm
I always do that in games. I always in Left 4 Dead and stuff, I would always read all the writing on the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I want though? In the end, it's like what we've been talking about is a little more of the same, but I'm kind of sick of the same, because I mean, what happens when we get to Call of Duty 18?
I don't know.
We're already at Madden
We
25.
destroy them.
I'll tell you what. I am tired of one thing, and it's in most every game nowadays, and that's like collecting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go collect this piece of paper hidden.
And there's always
around the
one that
corner.
isn't really there.
You're so like, I hate it. Like Assassin's Creed, like is all about that. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's these little like pages that fly away, and you have to run and chase them, and like.
The Skyrim was the same way, like the little missions where it's like collect 20 of these plants that don't exist anywhere.
And I hate collecting plants, and I hate collecting.
Tomb Raider did a lot of it too,
Yeah.
and I just want to finish at 100%.
Stop collecting.
Yes.
Okay, we have time for one last question.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, what is something that, let's say if you could convince someone, like, hey, we're going to change the video games of the future, but this is what you need to do, or this is what we want in the future. Just name one thing.
I'm a sucker for an epic storyline. I think it adds like a dynamic to games that a lot of them don't have. Like Call of Duty, no. That's not appealing to me. It's not a powerful thing whatsoever. Something like The Last of Us, like we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome story. But there are some that I'm just like, if it's missing that element, then it's just not, like, it's not a whole game to me unless it has every single, like, factor. It just adds different dimensions.
Yep. I mean, with that really fast, like a lot of people are discrediting, like, what's it called? Like Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead and Beyond Two Souls, and they're like, those aren't games because they're all about story and they're all cinematic, and it's like, it's nothing. But I agree with you. I think what really makes a really good video game is that kind of story, and I think people need to take lessons from like Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead and who's the
Telltale.
well no but who's the one who does Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls? What's her?
Quantum Dream?
Yeah, something like that. They need to take a lesson from those guys. Sure, they may not be as like game like huge, but I mean,
Right.
I don't know, and I agree with that. That's just me adding on to yours.
But yeah, I think storylines would make games just better. Good storylines would make them better.
I'm just worried about what happens to Clem.
Yeah. I'm super excited. Have you played those?
Uh-uh.
Walking Dead? Oh my gosh. I have the game.
Oh, really?
Borrow it. My thing, like I mentioned, collecting, I see, and I know a lot of people like it. I don't. I think collecting wouldn't be very good. I think what I would like changed, and I guess this is maybe not changed, more of I guess I'm just answering another question that I just realized and I want to see more. But what Mass Effect did, and Walking Dead did, and all these games where you create a character, the choices you made in that game affect the next game.
Those are so cool.
Those are way cool. Yeah, and I think people should be more like Valve, or not Valve.
Yeah, there we go.
We're like, yeah, that's not what he's talking about.
Steam. People should be more
Same.
do Steam and
Yeah,
Valve.
that's cool.
People should really take these big consoles. All the consoles are very big about making money. I think they need to take a step back and realize, wow, why is Steam doing so good?
Yeah, they're gonna make money regardless of what they're
Right.
doing, so they might as well focus more on the people that are
Well,
consuming.
I think there's two things. You can make your customers happy, which is kind of what Valve does do, and then you can make good games and manage your money. Don't spend more money than you have.
Don't buy Call of Duty.
Well, it's funny
Wait.
It's funny about Valve is it's true that they do like making their customers happy, but they do it in a very secretive. It's like it's my way sort of way. Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
it works. It's weird. It's like we're gonna do this regardless, but we know it's gonna make you happy. We only hope.
This is my hope. Is that like developers grow a pair, and instead of trying to make video games, hey, how do we make the next Call of Duty? Why don't they just say, hey,
How
do we make
stop making Call of Duty and make something else?
make
Battlefront.
our game? You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
make a game for us, not like
They're
try
just,
to copycat.
Yeah, they're
you know?
just capitalizing on games that do well, and they just keep pushing them out because they know people are going to buy them, but they're not necessarily good games.
And so we have one good game that a developer made, and then 10 copycats, and That's what I love about indie games, because you have a lot of really unique, interesting ideas.
And they're still using their imaginations. They're not just like I said, pushing out the same games. They're actually doing something different and trying new things, and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, great. I think that wraps it up. Arthur, sorry. I guess I was about to wrap up for you.
No, you can wrap up. You can wrap up.
Oh,
I've got nothing
okay.
to wrap.
Thank you so much. We're back for Big Talk, but guess what? Us talking about this doesn't matter. We want to hear from you guys, and we want to talk to you guys.
We do.
So comment below and say what you want, and we will respond to you guys. It's been a long time, so we want to hear what's going on and what's up. So what do you think should be in the future? Do you think collecting's cool? Please do. Respond and talk to us.
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
Tell us about your problems. Tell us what you ate for
Thank you, and good night.